Welcome back to Cask 529, everyone. I'm Brian.
And I'm Shauna.
And we're back with day 23 of the Whiskey Advent Calendar.
529, Whiskey Christmas Advent, counting down to Christmas, one whiskey at a time. Have yourself a merry little whiskey and a very Merry Christmas.
All right, everybody, day 23.
Which is what? Merry Christmas Eve.
Merry Christmas Eve.
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 Eve
Squared. Merry Christmas Eve squared.
Merry Christmas Eve squared.
So, wow, I feel like we've been doing this for a minute. I feel like it's taken its toll.
It has not taken its toll at all. He's just not wanting to move back to what's in the Glen Wednesday. So
I am not wanting to go back to what's in the Glen Wednesday.
But he will be.
Do you know more people watch the Whiskey Advent Calendar than they watch what's in the Glen Wednesday?
So we'll just do a countdown every month then.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same principle.
Are you ready to grab number 23?
I just was wanting you to see the
Nice color. I'd
error
say
of
it's
your ways.
about a medium amber color.
She's ignoring me. I didn't do it.
No, you didn't. I did this one. Oh,
Must use channel lock.
these lids get really tight sometimes. Either that or I just get really weak sometimes. Cheers. Happy Christmas
Cheers.
Eve.
Happy Christmas Eve squared. Yeah, I like that color, I think. Well, I'm getting a lot of sweet. I'm not getting really spice at all.
Well, I'm happy to say I do officially have, on the 23rd of December, all shopping done, all wrapping done, ready for my son to come home. Good to go.
All shopping done. FedEx and Amazon have delivered the last of the Amazon packages.
And they love me.
To them, coming to our house, it's just like any other day of the year.
All right, a lot of sweetness on this nose, some caramel. A little bit of spice. Over a really pleasant nose. It's a nice sweet.
I'm getting a lot of sweet. And if this isn't sweet on the palate, I'm going to be shocked because it's a really strong sweet to me on the nose.
Yeah, it's nice.
We're
Going
going
in.
Wow. Wait. First off, that's wow, not because I want to pour that every day. It's wow because it's like dessert in a bottle.
It's a little proofy. At least I think it is. Maybe the next sip it won't, but I'm getting a nice Kentucky
Yeah,
hug.
I got it down in here.
Yeah.
Kind of like it didn't taste like ethanol or anything.
No.
I mean, it tasted really good. Sweet, very sweet. But I've got the ethanol down in here. It's really weird. It might just have been the way I swallowed it. Might have just been the way I swallowed it. Too big of a sip. I don't know. But it didn't last. But it felt like an eruption ready to happen.
It felt like I shouldn't throw a match down there.
Yeah, it did not require a match at that point. I'm saying that thing was.
Oh, I saw the funniest thing today, and I just have to share this. Speaking of matches, I did not bring this up on purpose, but I have my phone right here. I just have to read something, and I thought it was so cute, and that you would appreciate it. It was on
You as in me, or you as in them?
you and them, and it's on the only social media that I use, which is LinkedIn, which was kind of funny. This was on here. And I felt like writing you a note like this sometime, only we have electric stove, not a gas stove, so it wouldn't work very well.
I think I
It
know what this is
says,
going
hey,
to be.
sweetie, I'm at work. Dinner is on the stove. You only have to light it. The gas is already turned on. Love you. I took a screenshot of that because I thought it was so hilarious.
I've seen that. I've seen that a lot. Yeah. You don't even have to turn the gas on. It's already on.
So you, speaking of that, and throwing a match down there, lighting up, it
Okay,
just
so
reminded me of it.
I felt like my chest was a locked up house that I had just apparently walked into.
Yeah.
And you wanted me to light
The stove.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And sorry guys, I just smacked my microphone, so if that exploded your ear, I'm really sorry.
Okay. Back to the whiskey. First enters my palate, super sweet, but then super spicy, mixed with a hint of a tobacco note, rolls into caramel, vanilla, a little bit of fruit notes at the end, finishes with that the spice comes back on the finish. It goes away for a wee little bit of time, then comes back on the finish. The proof, I don't think is as proofy as what I thought. Still leaving a little bit of Kentucky hug back here, but not as proofy as what I initially thought. A very good pour. I'm super excited to see what this is. Very, very tasty.
So I was kind of analyzing my last sip while you were describing yours. Very sweet when it hits the palate. And it's almost like a caramel explosion. There's so much caramel flavor and a little bit of vanilla. The sweet is, I would say, more of a confectionery sugar. It's really sweet, and it doesn't have that bold darkness that I get out of like brown sugar. I didn't get the early spices that you got, but once that caramel and that sugar kind of went away, that's when the spices came onto my palate. And to be honest, guys, it's been a couple minutes since I had that sip. I didn't get the hug that Shauna described. I know she said it was just slight, but I didn't really even get that. However, my palate is still covered with spices. I've still got the tingling on my palate from...
Yeah, and it's nice and creamy. It's a very...
Yes, very creamy.
Creamy.
And that hits you up front.
It does. I'm going to guess this is probably... I definitely think it's higher than 100. I'm going to go between like 108 and 110 proof.
Wow, you think that's
I
high?
kind of do. Unless the spiciness is really throwing me off, I really think it's high 108, 110 area.
I'll tell you what, if it's that high, it drinks really nice.
It does.
For that.
It really does drink nice. I'm giving this an 81. I really enjoy it.
I'm coming back with an 83,
Okay.
and I think it's probably about a 98 proof.
Oh, really? You only think it's 98?
What did you say?
I said like 10, I think 107, 108 to 110.
Yeah, I'm gonna say a 98. I don't think it's going to break 100.
Okay. We ready to find out what it is?
We are. Hey guys, hit that like button, please, if you haven't already done so. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already hit the subscribe button. Follow along. You'll see lots of silliness. Lots of good whiskey, lots of good reviews. And if you're following along, drop us a comment and let us know what you thought of
Baker's Single Barrel High Rye Limited Release 7 years, 6 months, 107 proof.
Nailed it. You nailed it.
Barreled January of 2017. I really enjoyed this. I love the Baker's 107, so I'm not shocked that I like this. We got this specifically for this box.
Yeah.
I'd forgotten. I'd literally forgotten all about this bottle.
I hadn't. And in fact, I hadn't forgot about it. And I know that's a high rye, but I really wanted to say, I think that's a rye. I mean, it wasn't.
I'm kind of sad because I know this had like really mixed reviews out there for people when they did regular
It
single
did have
bottle
mixed reviews, but it's...
To me, this is really good. I mean, it scored an 81. So
I honestly can't believe the proof was that high for as sweet as it was on the palate.
no, it's very happy that we got this. Hopeful I can find another bottle because I really like it.
Let's hope we get it before next year's Advent box. long before. I'll tell you what, next one we get, I'm going to open it when we bring it in the house
Okay.
and start drinking it. Anyway, I think that's all we have for tonight.
It is.
Guys, we only have one more of these to go. I cannot wait to see how Shauna finishes this thing up. So stick around, make sure you come back tomorrow, and we'll see. We'll see what she does. And tomorrow will be Christmas Eve.
It will be.
Will it be an early Christmas present in the box? We'll see. So until next time, guys, have yourselves a merry little whiskey.
And a very Merry Christmas season.
5:29, whiskey Christmas sadness, counting down to Christmas, one whiskey at a time. Have yourself a merry little whiskey and a very